Lumos. Huh? Huh? Magic? Hey guys, it's Vic. And, yeah, it's a nerd night. Got my wand, got my robes, got my Harry Potter PJs. And, as you heard by my spell work, we're doing Harry Potter today. And, I'm not very good at Lumos charms because this lighting is janky. It's dark outside. I got a flashlight. Wow. Let's get started, shall we? Alright, so tonight I'm doing the Harry Potter tag because major nerd, 30 question tag, mondo thing. Gotta explain every answer. I'm splitting it into 2 parts. I don't know when the second part will be coming out, but tonight we're doing the first 15 questions. I will write the questions down in the description below so that you can give me your answers as well in the comments. I really hope you come along with me and do this as our nerd night, and it can be like our mini sleepover. And I got this in Diagon Alley, 12 inches, 12 1/4 inches, Phoenix, Dragon Heartstring Core, Hollywood, made for charms. Yep, my lighting is still. Alright, so as you can see with my handy dandy Monster Book of, totally not my composition book, Monster Book of Monsters, this is where I wrote down my questions and answers in advance so that way this video wouldn't take 12 times longer of me thinking. I put a lot of thought in my answers so that way I still have thought out nice answers. Oh, side note, I have my silver plugs in to match my nose ring for the night. I think I look on point, but at the same time probably not. But green and silver, house colors, what up? Okay, let's get started. Number 1, favorite book. Mine definitely has to be Half-Blood Prince. My feels were off the wall with the whole Draco having to suffer through dealing this forced Death Eater stuff and Harry's obsession with Draco. I kind of ship them. Thumbs up if you do too. Yeah. Alright, number 2, least favorite book. I want to say Chamber of Secrets because the first time I read these books, I was like 7. I read things little. I was about 7, and the description of the chamber and the description of the basilisk and the voice and everything creeped me out. Ugh. I remember having nightmares about that basilisk for like weeks. So yeah, it's a great book, but I absolutely hate Gilderoy and that chamber. No matter how many times I reread it and love it, because I do love it. Saying it's my least favorite doesn't mean I don't love it. It just, no. Number 3, favorite movie. Again, I have to say Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. Because, again, they show Draco beautifully. Tom Felton, one of my favorite actors of all time. If only because the way he portrayed the character made my little heart sing. And, I love how it's portrayed. I like how you see the relationship with Harry and Dumbledore just kind of evolve and change. And just all the stuff that happens. And I like that we see Slughorn and how it's really darkening. And then my perception of Weasley's Wizarding Wheezes. I actually have a box of Birdie Bots over there. That way. You can't see it. I wish I brought it over here. Over there from when I went in October and just my life. See, I do actually have my Birdie Bots every flavor beans here. I went and I grabbed Camera Shadow, chill. And so you just have like Birdie Bots, every flavor beans. And it has inside a little map of like what color means what flavor. And it's really hard to tell because some of the colors are really close and just, see if I can get you a good shot of them. Some of them are really good. Like I honestly love Tutti Frutti. I always dig them out of the box to eat. And then my favorite thing to give to my friends is the vomit ones. Though marshmallow tastes a little like bath soap and bath soap tastes a little like cat puke. Okay, back to the questions. Number 4 says least favorite movie. My perception of it changed. My least favorite movie used to be originally Chamber of Secrets because again, I watched it when I was very little. I think I was younger than when I first read the books when I first watched this because I think I was like 4 or 5. And the snake, no, creepy. But my perceptions on it changed as I got older, and again, my mom was a diehard fan before I killed it for her, and my dad still likes it a lot. So, like, she used to talk about how she hates The Prisoner of Azkaban because the way the director did it, she hated it how they it was completely different from the book, and how the director took a lot of artistic liberties that really should not have been taken. And after rewatching the movie with that in mind, I would have to say I agree. So my current least favorite movie of the Harry Potter franchise would have to be Prisoner of Azkaban. Number 5, my favorite quote. I don't really remember exactly what my favorite quote is, because I don't remember like word for word what book, stuff like that. And again, my quote's actually perceived from my dad. He reminded me of it because usually at the drop of the hat, if you need an exact quote, mine is from Chamber of Secrets, ironically. And it's like, you scared Scarhead, you wish, from when Malfoy and Harry first go against each other in Quidditch. 12-year-olds fighting, the tension is hilarious, and I love it. But one of my favorite quotes in, like, paraphrase terms, I don't remember what book it's from. I think it might be from the 5th. Probably the 5th. It's that Harry knew he would never, ever accept a single, so much as a crisp from Fred and George Weasley. Because I think it was right after they started experimenting with, like, I think it's after they dropped the candy for Dudley to eat and to see what happened to him, and they got back out of the Dursleys because they had gone to pick him up, if I'm remembering any of this correctly. That might be the wrong movie. I think. I'm not sure. But if I'm remembering it correctly, then that happened. And I think that's where the quote's placed. I'm not quite sure, but I know that always makes me laugh because it represents those characters perfectly. Alright, what are we on? Number 6, favorite Weasley. This is a really hard question for me because I kind of love all the Weasleys for different reasons. But I would have to say, in terms of like drop of the hat, favorite Weasley, I would have to say Molly Weasley because all throughout the books, her motivations don't change. Book 1, she wants to protect her children and make sure they're happy. Book 7, she wants to protect her children and make sure they're happy. I like that. She's a mother, and it shows really well. And I love during the Battle of Hogwarts how she is protecting her children. Her, like, violent motivation is protecting her children. Phone, shush. Okay. Alright, number 7. Favorite female character. I'm a little weird in this one in that I want to say Bellatrix Lestrange. I don't know why, but I think she's just bat crap insane, and it's my favorite thing. I love Helen Bonham Carter is the actress who plays her in the movies. I love how she brings her to life. She has the laugh down. She has the stance down. She has the hoo. And I love how she brings her to life. It's perfect for the character. And I have a lot of respect for the actress, too, as well, because during Deathly Hallows, there's the scene where Hermione is polyjuiced to look like Bellatrix to get into the Gringotts vault. That is really hilarious because it's literally Helena Bonham Carter pretending to act like Emma Watson, who was pretending to act like Helena Bonham Carter, who was acting like Hermione, who was acting like Bellatrix. Acting. Alright, question 8, favorite villain. I'm gonna answer Bellatrix Lestrange again because unlike, say, Gilderoy wasn't really a villain, was he? He was just kind of a dunderhead, so, like, unlike Quirrell, she's just bat crap insane, no real thing. She does, He Who Must Not Be Named, stuff like that, but at the same time, she's mostly just cuckoo, and so she's mostly doing it because she likes chaos and death and fun, and she's insane. It's awesome. Alright, question 9. That would be favorite male character. Hands down, Draco Malfoy. I like that, especially, I spend too much time on Tumblr, so some of my perceptions are a little, changed by some of the things I've thought about and seen on there. So, I like that it shows him growing up in this really stiff society, and he's a really good example of, like, parents pushing their beliefs onto their children, and that backlash that you can receive from, like, notorious parents. Because I think, in a way, he shows, whereas Harry Potter shows, being a childhood, like, celebrity, that backlash. Draco shows your parents being celebrities and that backlash. Because everyone knows who Malfoy is, and everyone knows their reputation. And him walking into school, they already had a set expectations and everything. Kind of like with Harry, but flipped because 1, it's his parents, not him. And 2, they're dark, not good. I think it's a really interesting parallel between the two characters and the two perspectives. That and Tom Felton. Yes. Alright, question 10. Favorite professor. Mine's actually Hagrid. he wasn't a professor for that long. I only remember him being a professor for the duration of Prisoner of Azkaban. But for the time he was, he cared about education. He loved educating the kids, but he wanted to make it fun. He knew the education had to be there, but his primary focus was fun. And I think that's something really interesting, because I think it shows that quality that you have with some teachers, because some of your teachers might not care as much about fun. I have a few teachers of my own who are more, you need this information, and I don't need you don't need to have fun, you need to learn. Which is a completely respectable standpoint, but then I've had other teachers, like one of my drama teachers, she cared a lot about making sure it was fun. She cared about you learning it, but she wanted to make sure you would have fun and have good memories associated with it, so that if you were taking a test on it, you could be smiling and not hating every minute of it. I think Hagrid is a representation of that in the books, and I really like it. And I love Hagrid. Come on, who doesn't love Hagrid? He's like a big teddy bear. The last 4 questions are would you rather. So I'm going to have to read them off of here because I don't remember them exactly word for word. So I will try to speak up so my voice still carries. 11. Would you rather A, wash Snape's hair, or B, spend a day listening to Lockhart rant about himself? Now, honestly, I would wash Snape's hair because that might take me at most, like, 20, 30 minutes. Whereas a day with Lockhart, I would have to commit I'd have to commit the killing curse and go to Azkaban because I can't stand him. He drives me crazy. But, like, maybe washing Snape's greasy hair would wash him of his annoying attitude. Who would know? Maybe he's been angry all these years because he doesn't have a good conditioner. Okay, number 12 would be, would you rather duel A, an elated Bellatrix, or duel B, angry Molly? I'd have to say elated Bellatrix, honestly, because we've all seen what Molly gets like when she's angry. She's scary. She's a mother. I'm sorry, I don't want to go against a force of nature and get turned into a pile of ash. I choose life. So yes, I would rather duel an elated Bellatrix. 13. Would you rather travel to Hogwarts via A, the Hogwarts Express, or B, a flying car? I would rather, honestly, depending on the circumstances, either. Because if I were in Harry and Ron's shoes where they couldn't get anywhere and they're 12 and they're stupid and they can't think of an alternative, like, I don't know, telling the parents when they came out? Yes, flying car in that situation. But in any other situation, so I would rather this. I would rather take the Hogwarts Express because candy. Where did I put my candy? Candy. Friends. Air conditioning. I don't know if there's air conditioning. I'm assuming there's air conditioning. And, well, trains. Come on. And the site would have to be pretty because that is a pretty area and just pretties. I actually went on the Hogwarts Express when I went to Diagon Alley, and they have this cool animated thing, so it, like, shows the landscape, even though it's only, like, a ride from over in the studio area to the Islands of Adventure, so it's about 5 minutes, maybe not even that, but it's really nice because the way they do the animations, they have Hagrid greeting you at Hogsmeade, and they show Malfoy Manor, too, and I really like it, and I'm just like, yay! It's really fun. Okay, so, yes, I would rather use the Hogwarts Express. Where are we? 14? Yes, 14. Would you rather A, kiss Voldemort, kiss he who must not be named, or B, give Umbridge a bubble bath? I'd rather kiss a Dementor than bathe that woman. I'd rather kiss 100 Dementors than kiss that woman. I'd rather lick stone at the bottom of Diagon Alley. God, you gotta know how dirty that is. Honestly, anything instead of bathing that woman. So yes, I would kiss you-know-who instead of bathing that woman. Alright, our last question for this nerdy night is, it's written sideways. Would you rather A, ride a hippogriff, or B, ride a firebolt? Oh, monster book. But still, I point out my monster book because Hagrid and the hippogriff, and I'm not sure because, on one hand, a hippogriff would be kind of like, in ways of sitting and like holding on. It'd be kind of like riding a bareback horse in some ways. And I remember doing that when I was very little, so maybe I could possibly do it. But on the other hand, a firebolt probably goes faster than a hippogriff, has cushioning charms on it, and it would be really fun to own one. Yes, I'm going back to another Diagon Alley story. They were selling firebolts in the Quidditch supplies store. They have two, Quality Quidditch and something else, and I don't remember the name of it. And it was like $350. So, no, I didn't buy it. But I really wanted it because it looked so pretty. And just, it had this cursive script on the end. I loved it. So, it's kind of a toss-up between the two because I'd ride either. Honestly, you give me an opportunity like that, I would ride either. Well, okay, so that's all for tonight. I will do the other part at some point in the future. I have no idea when, but for now, he will sit over there. And, yeah, that's all for tonight. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe, and we can have more nerdy nights. My social media will be in the description below. I will have my Instagram, Twitter, and Tumblr. So maybe if you want to message me on any of those and talk to me about Harry Potter stuff, I'd be down for that. If you are a Drary shipper, yes, contact me. Let's talk. But yeah, that's all for tonight. Thanks guys. Knox.